Hello and welcome to this final boss live stream of Not Golden Tooth.
How dare you say that?
Bear with me at one moment while I type things real fast. That's going off the edge of the screen, but that's fine, I don't care. Move that over like that. Hello and welcome to this episode of Storm King's Thunder, The Aftermath. My name is John, and I was your DM for Storm King's Thunder. I will be your DM for the things that come in the future for these characters. I am joined by Jennifer.
Hello.
Who has literally just got power back at her house. Sean.
Oh, nah.
Who had his socks knocked off the window shelf.
I did. It was a travesty.
We've all been through tough times today.
I know. But me more so.
Michael, who is currently planning Valentine's Day trips.
Yeah, it's not going well, but guys, if you've got any suggestions, please let me know.
Please, for the love of God, help me.
money, okay, under £100, please.
Here's an idea. Don't go anywhere because not all of us have Valentines and you're just rubbing it in, you bastard.
Oof.
Tanny, the windswept dragon.
I was walking in the middle of the field just to get to work, and it was just almost flying. I was almost flying, guys. Didn't work very well. And also, by the time I got back, it started pissing it down, and just for 1 second, I just got swept in and soaked. Not a good idea.
Amy, whose character from this afternoon's game has just lost a liver.
I also remind you that this guy is technically Malzari's descendant, so that's... Malzari's really left a legacy behind, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Legacy of suffering.
And Kiri is also here, but I don't actually know I don't know an anecdote for Kiri at the moment.
Oh, don't worry about it, I'm sure. One will come across soon.
He had some excellent garlic bread. Yes.
There you go, excellent garlic bread.
There we go. I know something about all of you.
Hey.
Very cheesy spaghetti.
Chicken and cheese and tomato ketchup, burrito, and that was quite nice.
That sounds good too.
Beautiful.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb.
When last we saw this group of misfit characters, they slayed a dragon. I don't
It was a
I
big
don't-
dragon, but
I don't think that there's much more detail that needs to be said about that, really. You after many months of questing together, finally found the true culprit at the centre of the scheme that was driving a wedge into the Storm King's court and slew the dragon, an ancient, evil blue dragon by the name of Iymrith.
That basically got owned when Tanny decided to slam dunk it.
Yeah.
It was sick.
it was down to
It was like that bit at the end of the Space Jam where
Yes.
Jordan's arm just stretches all the way along.
Oh, it was so cool.
You, as a group, said farewell to Hecaton. You collected treasure from Iymrith's lair, and with the assistance of the storm giants and the giant potions that you had taken, you managed to transport the corpse of Iymrith onto the cloud giant castle.
I'm happy about it.
And we rescued those cultists, too.
Yes.
On the condition that they never commit any kind of human sacrifice without a willing sacrifice.
It's an interesting balance for them to have to make, but...
You want to be a sacrifice? Okay, sign this waiver.
Well, no, because you get people who are raised in the religion and they believe in what they're doing. She's just... Chuba basically just made them promise not to go kidnapping randos and murdering them.
It's
Recruit them.
It's Chupa's brand of justice.
Yes.
Mom.
That's exactly what it is.
And then, as a group, the Cloud Giant Castle sailed off into the sunset to adventures anew as the storm clouds started to part over Anarok, the desert where Iymrith had made her lair for so many years. On the first day, after the giant potions had started to wear off,
Just Fenwick roaming around, the only normal sized one.
Got something later on, yeah.
after the potions start to wear off the following day, there is a knock at Fenwick's chamber door.
Fuck you want?
Aggressive.
It's a rap tap tapping on my chamber door.
Reason.
Fenwick answers the door,
Nevermore.
Darkness there, nothing more.
and stood on the other side of it is the once again diminutive halfling wizard, Milo.
Hello. Hey. Oh, wait, we're playing this, huh? We're playing this. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get a scripture of things. What have you sent to me? Scrolling up.
Scrolling over the ocean blue.
And also, my tablet stopped working, John. I'm a bit concerned right now.
Oh dear.
It's not turning on. I'm trying to put it on charge. I put it on charge and hoping that it might, because the battery's gone down, but...
God damn it.
We
Is that
were
did I just see
sailing,
Cupid fly past my screen?
the wind was on our side.
Son of a bitch.
Where is everyone? I can't find anyone. Where is everyone?
The map's fine for now. We're not.
Alright.
I just wanted to be with everyone. I just felt a bit lonely.
That's okay. The map hasn't even loaded for me, so
Okay.
like, don't even worry about it.
Okay.
The map for me has got like Fenwick and Hecht
Okay.
doing like the top, the front of Titanic.
Here we go. I finally found it. After so many years. There it is. Hey, Fenwick.
Hi.
This is a really weird request, but don't we suppose you still have that dragon food, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's easy then.
You fucked up, done it. I got two from the Iymrith lady dragon thing.
I don't suppose you can give one away, right?
Why?
Uh,
No lying.
I do.
I'm just. Cause I'll tickle it out of you.
Oh, I just want to make you want to use to make someone and give it to borrow.
You want to make a gift for borrow?
He's like blushing really badly.
Pulls out tooth.
Really?
Well, I've just taken it for a souvenir, really. So
Oh, thank you.
you're welcome.
I take the tooth.
There's a little pitter-patter of feet as Milo disappears into the distance, clutching the dragon's tooth.
Fenwick, he doesn't know it's a fake one. No.
Meanwhile, up in the higher levels of the castle, in the room with the giant steering orb used to pilot where the ship goes, Keros and Chupa are busy assisting Borrowed as they have removed the flesh from the skull of Iymrith and mount the skull on the wall, looking over.
Sorry, a little. No, it's a little to the left.
They heave it backwards and forwards and eventually manage to straighten it and hang Iymrith's skull and pride of place in the centre of Castle Briar's control room.
Cool.
Yeah. So, lunch, I have more dragon meat. So much dragon meat. We're gonna be eating
Dude,
like
there's no such thing as too much
royals.
dragon.
I do have some of it drying. I should actually go check on that. I'm gonna go check on my meat.
As soon as the skull is put in place, Keros will leave and goes to spar with Aqueous. But I do believe that Chupa spends most of the day following Borrowed around, learning how to cook.
Yes.
Yep. You know, food tastes a lot better when it isn't burned to charcoal. Huh. Who'd have
Yeah.
thought?
You do have like more than one taste bud on your tongue, so it's
What?
it would- and it's not.
What
It's just not.
sorcery is this?
Have you never had spices?
No. I
Or,
I,
like-
I lived in a hut in the Badlands, boy.
You can still get spices. I lived in the Feywild for like I don't even know how long.
It's
Spices.
complicated.
It's spices.
There were let's just look, I was a bit busy trying to stay alive, okay? You know,
That's
it's
no
difficult
excuse.
for a 5-year-old to live in the Badlands.
Okay, that's an
alright?
excuse. That's an excuse. I'll give you that one.
Excuse accepted.
Down in his blacksmith's workshop, Yaghol is busy sorting his tools.
Yes.
Fixing them up onto the wall and just making sure they're generally cleaned after having worked for a few hours each day on his new suit of armour.
Don't forget, I also got the sarcophagus that I brought with me as well,
Yes.
and
Oh,
I don't
Christ.
think it has the mummy in it. So that's all.
I believe you cleared that out, yes.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's very nice.
It's a good way to do it because if you didn't, that's pretty much how you get cursed.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
do you want a curse?
Big
That's
time.
how you get a curse.
I'm already cursed, so it cancels it out, doesn't it? You know.
No.
No, I think curses are stackable.
Yeah, they're cumulative. It's
You can be double cursed.
Yep.
double, triple, quadruple. Constant.
Oh no! I've got cursed by a werewolf. I've been cursed by a mummy. Oh no! What's going to be next? I'm going to have the death curse now. Oh no!
Hey,
well,
don't
don't
talk
give
about
me
that. That's
any
too
idea.
soon. That's way too soon.
Yeah.
It's still happening at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, like right now, you know, flashback to just Briar's just like bastard Yaghol.
There's
Bastard.
pitter-patter of little feet as a bundle of energy in the form of Milo bursts into your blacksmith.
Hang on, let me look at it.
Stop, motherfucker!
What's going on here?
Hi.
Oh, hello, Milo. What can I do for you?
You good
Can't
at
you see? Can't you see I'm busy? I'm just like making stuff.
And he's got like a big puppy. He's like, okay, I'll go.
What can I do for you?
You're good at carving, right? You know, stone carving and all that. How
I guess so. Of course I am.
How good are you carving on a dragon's tooth?
A dragon's what?
Dragon's tooth.
Dragon's tooth.
Mhm.
I've dabbled a few times.
Because, I kind of want to, do like a design on this dragon's tooth and just, like, pulls out the dragon tooth.
Well, I might need some help with this, and I just throw you an apron. Right, come on in, let's get to work then.
Okay.
You
Milo
like-
catches the
you-
apron and it just kind of knocks him off balance a little bit.
You know when you got something hot, you're just like you're just trying to grab this apron. I'm actually in the middle of making something myself as well. Very detailed. Very
I
detailed.
see you got the coffin, huh?
I know, it's great. I thought, why not? Why not? It's not cursed. I've detected magic on it. Wait, no, actually. Wait, hang on. Do I have detect curse? If I do, then this is going to be funny. I don't think. I
Detect curse is not a spell.
Nope.
Is it not? Oh, okay. That's
You
fine,
can
that's fine.
detect good and evil. You can detect magic. You could cast Identify. Typically detects curses.
That's the one. Yeah, identified. But I don't think I've got.
I don't think clerics get that.
No, we don't know. I've got. I've got bestow curse.
So you could curse it if you wanted.
I can curse it if I want with my own stuff.
You could just cut out the middleman and curse yourself.
Yeah, just might as well, that's fine. I could probably detect magic on it, so yeah, why not? YOLO.
There's no magic on the sarcophagus.
There you go, Milo. It's not cursed.
Okay. Okay.
Except for that scary old curse. No.
Except for I can see this random shadowy figure in the corner now. Just there. What was that?
7 days.
No! This is happening! So me and Milo are gonna get it. So who's this for? Is this for yourself?
Bard.
You stuttered there. I didn't hear you because it's very loud in this this place.
I'm not saying anything else. I've said it. I'm not saying it again.
It sounded like you said sorrowed. Wait.
Sorry,
Is it for borrowed? Just me hammering away.
Let's just get on with it.
Oh, it's fine. You can tell me, Milo. We've been through a lot together.
Milo and Yaghol work into the early evening, stopping for dinner.
Dragon stew.
Dragon stew.
Even though we're all messy and we've got a bit charred soot on us as well from fire.
Milo and Yaghol then wake up early again the next morning, and Milo finishes the tooth carving in the middle of the afternoon.
Ow. I get out when you go to the jewelers and you get out the jeweler thing and you go, very good quality, good quality. Well done. Pound the back.
Now remind me, Tanny, that's you now give it to you give it to Borrowed now.
I think so.
Oh shit! I just had a pat on the back.
Yaghol pats you heartily on the back, and there is a resounding clap as he slaps you in the back and sort of knocks you forward a couple of steps.
Snapping down of a rib.
I'm sure 1d4 damage. I'm sure Borrowed would love it. Whatever he's a good friend of yours, isn't he?
Nods. Yes.
Yaghol is just like paint drying. He just doesn't know. He just doesn't know. He doesn't care. It doesn't not care. But he's just like, there you go.
There's the pitter-patter of tiny feet as Milo just disappears out of the...
Friend?
Yes, friend.
out of the room and goes to find Borrowed in Borrowed's... I'm going to go ahead and assume kitchen at this point.
Yeah, I'd be in the kitchen.
Give me a second.
If it's early morning, he'd be making breakfast.
It's sort of the middle of the afternoon, so...
He'd be making lunch. For himself, after everyone else had
Oh,
eaten.
wow.
I just found that on Pinterest.
Okay, well, I'm nabbing that.
What did you find on Pinterest? you link it to something? I wanna see
Nah,
this.
it's a secret DM. Shh. Let's not know.
It's a secret DM that may or may not appear on the stream in a second.
Ooh.
You might have to do it right side up. Like I think it's upside down. If you can fix it, you can do that. It's not Krima, okay? It's still early for that. Oh, Sean.
So, Borrowed is in the kitchen with Chupa,
Okay.
making lunch from presumably a mixture of dragon and supplies that you've taken with you,
Yes.
just so that it's not all dragon meat.
It's not all dragon.
Chupa's gonna teach him how to make wasteland rat stew.
Ooh.
You know what? For the first time, that's not actually a recipe that I'd come across.
Well,
I've
of
got
course not.
rotisserie rat, but I don't have that.
No, it's not rotisserie. Basically, what you do is you shoot the rat and you pick off all the ticks, and then you gotta shave off all the hair, and then you skin it. And then you pull all the bones out, and then you take what's left, and maybe some of the organs, it depends on how hungry you are, and then you throw it in a pot of boiling water. And then do this like 3 or 4 times because wasteland rats aren't really all that big. And then you just let them boil, and eventually all of the meat starts sliding off whatever bones are next, and the bones will sink to the bottom of the pot. And then you just fish out the meat and a little bit of the water, and you eat it.
You need vegetables in that.
Yeah, a few turnips. Few turnips and parsnips.
A good potato or two.
What's taters?
Something.
What's taters?
What's
That, like-
precious?
You also need like just some, at the bare minimum, salt and pepper. Bare minimum salt and pepper.
Why?
It makes it taste better.
But it tastes fine. Have you ever had wasteland rat?
I've had it rotisserie over a campfire. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not-
you know,
Not boiled before. No.
it's meat and water, and that's how you make soup.
That's
Isn't
like,
it?
no. No, honey, no.
No!
That's not how. No.
Can I see Chupa actually making this as well? Like, she's like, yeah, put it in, yeah.
That's the sort of stuff she's been making for people when it's been her turn to cook.
Slightly horrified, Borrowed takes a step away.
It's horrified, but also slightly intrigued and just awe, I think.
And for today, Borrowed lets Chupa work on lunch while he works on carving some of the dragon bone into the handles of some new kitchen utensils.
Yes.
When
Oh,
into the room comes... This is Milo's cue.
Oh.
Sorry.
Just peeks around. Hello.
hi.
Walks in. Goes to borrow. I got something for you that I made.
Oh.
Gives him dragon tooth necklace. I made this for you. Well, the dragon tooth I didn't make.
Oh,
it
that
was
looks
for me.
amazing. Oh, this is so cool. Borrowed immediately hugs Milo.
Hugs back. I'm glad you like it.
This is. Thank you so much.
Glad you like it.
Of course I like it. It's something from you.
Oh.
Hey, did you know that Chupa didn't know how to cook?
I know how to cook. I'm alive, aren't I?
You're learning. You are learning.
I
are
am
learning.
in the room, son of a bitch.
I'm gonna
Is
teach
anything
you
on
how to make.
fire? Is anything on
No.
fire?
I'm gonna
I'm
teach you how to make soup stock first.
Well, I'm gonna teach you how to make boiled rat.
You told me how to cook boiled rat.
Boiled rat? Never heard of that before.
Oh, it's Chupa's the expert, I believe.
Yes, of course I am. It's my recipe. I take great pride in it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
I mean, here, what's this stuff? We'll add this. And she just grabs random herbs and starts throwing them in the pot, like
Oh,
really annoyed. Like, there's your spices, you son of a bitch.
did you just throw an entire clove of garlic in there?
Well, yeah, this is the stuff, right?
Borrowed, you also get the feeling she just grabbed a random pot plant off the side of the kitchen.
Can I just?
I was taking care of that.
Are we all in this room? Are we all in the kitchen?
Nope.
Right.
Anyway,
And
Milo.
then, let's see, this is green. Then see that goes in there,
No,
and then
no. Okay. Okay.
well, this, I mean, the meat looks a little shiny, but it doesn't smell. Okay, it smells a little bit, but it should be okay. Okay, throw that in there. I mean, if you cook it, the heat takes all the bad stuff out, right? So we just throw that in there, and then the bread is fine. You just gotta pick off the mold, and then you throw that in there, and then
Final boss
No.
fight would like to point out that Chupa's cooking instructions do not represent sensible cooking instructions and should not be followed.
Cookbook by Chupa.
I mean, you wanted me to add stuff to it, right? Is that enough
That was-
stuff? I mean,
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
That's a nice necklace.
You know what this is probably good for, actually?
what?
Actually, this is brilliant for. This is probably the best food besides just all the horse meat that we have down in the cellar. For Thunderplume, Demon Feathers, Silverbill, and Hellwings.
But these aren't. But this isn't for them. This is for
You
us.
threw an entire potted plant into it.
Well, yeah, protein.
And
Wait.
you also picked off the moldy bread that I thought I threw away. Like yesterday.
You did. I pulled it out because it's still good.
No. No, it's not.
It is. You just pick off the mold and you eat it. It's fine.
Eat the mold?
No, not the mold. You eat the bits that you pick the mold off of. Like,
That
I'm not stupid enough to eat the mold.
Yakko just walks in. What's that smell?
Chupa's
I'm
cooking
making
lunch.
soup.
That smells delicious.
Oh no.
Right, let me come in. He just
Oh,
grabs
no.
Who's got the ladle?
I
Chupa.
do, because I'm cooking.
Right, may I, please?
Please.
Okay,
And then
okay.
you can tell.
I can see Borrow just like, no, Yak.
Yakko, no.
Okay.
No, wait. Stop.
Please, I beg you. Saucy little number.
It doesn't stay down.
Oh.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna attend the Griffins. It's good. Yeah, it's good.
I am so glad you like it.
I just write.
Do you want me to save you some? Oh,
Yeah.
where'd he go?
Gone.
As Yaghol leaves, he turns a very similar shade to Borrowed.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, I know what'll make this taste good. Where's that big
Oh.
old salt lick that I let my horse use?
No. No. Absolutely not. There is
You
a
said-
perfectly fine. There's a perfectly fine salt lick rock in the cupboard.
Oh, okay. She just grabs the entire rock of
No.
salt and throws it in there.
No. Oh no.
Oh God, no.
It's okay. She's learning. She's learning. At least she's putting stuff in the soup. It's fine.
Oh, look! There's another rat in here.
Suddenly Hector is very happy that he's immune to disease and poisons.
Wait, that isn't Rat Damon, is it? Is it
No.
Rat Damon?
No, because Rat Damon wouldn't be scuttling around in the pantry.
Are you sure? He's a bit of a sneaky fucker.
Meanwhile, time advances and you all get over the bouts of sickness from Chupa's cooking.
We just get Dominoes.
I just don't... Gosh, I didn't know you could get poisoned from killing a dragon. I wonder why I'm not sick. Huh. That's so bizarre.
Now,
Great, guys. I'll make you more soup. It'll make you feel better.
Super, maybe I should handle the soup.
Please.
Now, if anybody has any of the recap that we did that goes before day 4, let me know now, because we're going to advance to day 4.
Okay.
Anybody? No?
Not that I can remember.
Cool.
No, I think we're good.
On the 4th day...
Milo, contact the Cricket Brawls.
Oh, yes. Milo contacts the Cricket Brawls.
Saying that he heard the whereabouts of Merlin and see if they're able to find any information about him there. And
How are you contacting them?
I think by birth. I would say that he gets he asks Remus if he can like contact them.
Okay.
Because he's probably having a bunch of crows near him anyway.
Yeah, Remus.
Ravens and crows.
Remus has a raven that he ties the note to, and it flutters off in the direction of Waterdeep. Which is sort of the direction the castle is heading in vaguely. It's currently drifting out towards the coast. But you are sort of heading south towards Waterdeep. On the 4th day after the defeat of Iymrith, Kiros convinces the group to land at a port city, as he wishes to take to the sea and search for his lost wife.
Oh.
Rip.
Oh.
That's not rip, it's more likely but why are they doing this?
And so he bids you all a fond farewell.
I go hug his leg.
Say goodbye, big idiot.
Goodbye, you moron.
I will miss our moments together, especially when you are the big idiots. But my friend.
I attempt to give him a hard handshake as well as a headbutt. In a sign of respect.
He will return this, I'm sure.
Fantastic.
I just give him just a nice sort of packed meal and a hug.
Wait, you got some over stew left.
Not chupa stew. That thing is called poison, and he's gonna coat one of my weapons one day.
I just
I
like the
heard
image of like
that.
Hector like chugging it, like loving it, and nobody else does.
I was just drinking Coke and I was spat out. I almost went over the monitor.
You all take the opportunity to stretch your legs in the city and just kind of walk around a bit.
Oh, by the way, as Karis like swims off, I wave a handkerchief.
Ooh.
Goodbye, Sir Ketos.
Goodbye, Sir Kettles.
Borrowed.
He got his pack
Hi.
You find the shop that you've been looking for.
Yes.
Starbucks.
And then next door to that,
Coffee.
the other shop you've been looking for. Conveniently
Yes.
located.
Right next door to each other.
You take the present you have been making into the shop, and the elderly half-elf man looks up. Patches of black soot cover his face. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
You've got
What?
you've got
Something?
smudges of
Where?
face
Here?
all over it.
Ah.
All over it.
He pulls
You know
out
what?
an equally smudged handkerchief and just starts mopping the soot around his face. Did I get it?
Yeah, you did.
Excellent, excellent. What can I do for you?
I have a present that needs enchanting.
Yes, I can do that. I have lots of enchantments.
Awesome. Borrows takes out, sort of unwraps the cloth that's covering it, sort of just says, anything you can do with this?
I can do a lot with that. That's powerful. Yes. He takes it.
I felt like I just met Matthew Mercer for some reason. Matthew Mercer, are you good?
It's good.
He takes it from you, and yes, this is powerful. This will hold the enchantment very well.
Fantastic.
It should take a few hours.
Okay, cool. Should I pay now or?
Half now, half when you get back.
That works. How much?
He starts just going through his books. I can... with this 100 gold pieces.
Done.
Excellent. And he just turns round and starts working on it straight away.
Whew. Awesome. Great. Cool. Borrowed will just sort of hang out in the shop, just with trying to make sure that the enchanter doesn't see, just trying to like prestidigitation the cloth so it's clean. The next time he actually does wipe his face, it gets all of it off.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll a sleight of hand?
Yeah, make me a sleight of hand check.
I would have laughed no matter how hard you try. It just seems to get dirtier.
Oh no. Here we go.
Yeah, he is so absorbed in his work, he doesn't notice that the washcloth in his pocket just... all of the dirt and grime just disintegrates off it.
And then Bard would probably spend the next couple hours transferring from passing like a small candle wick of flame between his hands, and also thinking up cool weapons to just sort of toss in the air, have it change in midair, and catch again.
Okay.
Just keep doing that for a while until it's ready.
A few hours after this, Hector.
Me.
You. Hello.
Hi.
You have wandered the streets for a bit. You've stretched your legs. It's been a little while you've been cooped up in the castle.
Yes.
So you've enjoyed a bit of time, walking slightly further than one end of the castle to the other. And you make your way back to where you've landed the castle.
Yeah.
And you head inside, and you see the door to Fenthwick's room is slightly ajar, which is unusual.
I will look inside.
The normally stacked shelves of items are empty, and there is a small folded note.
I'll read the note.
I don't actually know what the note says, so Sean.
I won't go into detail. But it is essentially saying that he's going to leave. And he's sorry for abandoning the group. But he made a promise to Briar that he needs to keep, and he needs to pursue his own personal things for once. And that's basically it. Lots of apologising and saying that it's not you, it's me, and that kind of shit.
Then we
The
do
old
smart.
Irish goodbye.
Does it say anywhere where he's going?
It would probably say that he's going to head home for a little bit.
I immediately run out of the room. And I run out to see. Right, I run out to like kind of grab anything that I have, which isn't a lot because Hector mainly carries stuff on him all the time.
Yeah.
And then he's just gonna run around to see if he can find Borrowed anywhere.
As you make your way off of the castle, you can see Borrowed is currently tossing a small hand axe into the air and catches a dagger, and then tosses the dagger into the air and catches a small, slightly differently shaped dagger.
How extra.
Very extra.
But yeah, he'll run up and he's just like, Borrowed! Borrowed!
Hi, yes? Huh? Oh. Oh, Hector?
Okay, apologies. Okay,
Was that your stomach?
no, okay, this is very abrupt. I apologize. Oh God, I'm actually having to do this. Oh God, should I do this? Should I do this? Okay, oh, no, I have to do this. I need to leave.
Oh. Where are you going?
Oh, I left it in this room. All right, don't run off and tell anyone yet. Just wait until we're gone.
Sure.
Basically, Fenthric has decided to leave.
Oh. He's gone too.
Yes. Now, the thing is that he made it clear that he wanted to go by himself, which, in any other circumstance and any other person, I would respect. But
You like him?
I know him too well, and I can tell that there is turmoil here that shouldn't be handled by oneself. He's hurt.
I get that. And you gotta go with him, right?
I feel like Tom brought us here to help him, and I don't think my quest is over.
Well,
But I know that you're comfortable here, and I don't expect you to follow me.
I didn't really want to say goodbye to the castle yet. Anyway, but if you need me, Fendvick knows that weird spell that you can talk into people's minds with, I think.
Yes. Borrowed, I'm not leaving forever.
There are tears in his eyes.
Oh, God. Borrowed. I'll be back.
I know. I know.
I mean, I don't trust myself to leave you alone for more than, well, it's extended recently, so I could say about a month before I'll check in.
And hang on, I gotta say this.
What?
Borrowed just kneels down and just brings Hector into a massive hug. He honestly doesn't care if he gets poisoned at this.
Hector does his best, like, not to let his face make contact.
Oh no!
But he hugs back.
No! He doesn't care. There's face-on-face contact at this point.
Aww.
It has to happen.
It has to happen.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I think if it's under 12, then you're fucked.
I mean, I got a +3, so I mean.
Yeah.
Oof.
What does your poison do, Hector?
It makes... I believe it makes him afraid of, like, allies, but I think Hector would notice this and just cast a restoration on him.
There's a momentary...
Panic.
But you can't tell
Okay.
whether it's just your normal emotions.
After about a minute of this very long hug, Bard would let go of Hector and just say, "You're gonna." I delayed you for about a minute, so he's had a little bit of a head start.
Yes,
But I believe with your with not, you should be fine.
I mean, I've got a quick hop. I could probably catch up.
You also
But,
got not.
There's one more thing.
Yeah.
Not that you'll probably need this, but I don't need it anymore. I feel if I were to ever pass it to anyone, it would be to somebody that I deem a hero. And the spear he got from the 9 circles on Sparrow Falls.
Oh man. Oh man.
Sure was a fun adventure we had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if it might be a little while to wait, I'm sure we'll have many to come, Boddard.
We will.
You're my hero.
Oh.
Adorable.
Hector.
I can see the big gushing tears coming out of Boris. He's like,
Yeah, they're pouring out of. Oh.
Oh, don't! You're gonna set me off now.
Oh.
I'm already set off, guys.
Oh heavens. Okay. Well, I'll check up on you then.
Yeah. Oh, go.
Just hops off quickly.
Hector hops
Oh,
into the
no.
distance.
I just realised something. What? The small squad has been disbanded.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
Milo's the only member. Wait, unless
Unless.
the small squad went with them instead, and it's only Milo.
Oh.
Milo's just been kicked out of the small squad.
Oh, yeah. Do I find Fenwick?
Hector hops
You
off
find
into the
Fenwick.
distance.
You find Fenwick sat on a rock a little bit outside town.
Oh, do I?
You didn't
Yes.
get very far.
Oh, fuck. Well, I guess I'm talking to Fenwick.
Apparently you're talking to Fenwick now.
Right.
He's just sort of sat cross-legged on a rock, just like head down, thinking.
You just hear, like, the rattle of Hector's, like...
Clang, clang,
nightmare.
clang, clang, clang,
Like,
clang.
It sounds like some sort of weird fast food delivery man with lots of pots and pans.
Guys. 2 seconds. Just don't say anything.
What?
It's weird. It stopped. I kept hearing
What?
someone like breathing out really harsh.
Huh.
Maybe
That
it
could-
was the spirits haunting you.
It could be the curse of the mummy.
It could be.
Anyway,
You-
Fenwick is sat on a rock cross-legged on the outskirts of insert name of Port City here. It's a weird town.
you would have thought you would have named it better.
I mean, it was on the form. They didn't realise they needed to change
We're
it.
just like, So it's like, fill in the form, fill in, the town will be called insert town name here. They just
Yeah.
take it very literally.
Okay, so you just hear the rattle, and then you say, "Oh God! Oh, there you are!"
Turns away. Who goes this stranger?
Oh God! Don't call like me. I'm not a stranger. Okay, all right. He didn't go too far. Oh, thank fuck for that. Pardon my French.
Oh, I don't know what. I've never heard of that language, but okay.
No, fuck is term for like mud in Grung. So
Really?
apologies.
I thought he meant fuck.
No, I'm still getting used to it, but regardless. So you're leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't leave me, senpai.
Pretty much.
Let me ask you this then, Sir Fenwick. Actually,
Ask away.
no.
Okay,
Fenwick.
don't ask away then.
No, I'm done with this formality with you. It's not right.
Dare you know my title? No.
Do you truly want to do this by yourself?
Well, there's no need for anyone to come with me. I don't want to be a bother to anyone. It's fine. I just need to find look for Briar's parents, and then once I find them, I can tell everyone where they are, and then I can get help. But I just feel I could do it better on my own, looking for them, because it's not a big group. It's not a big group asking questions, and I can just ask. It's fine. I can just do it by myself. It's fine.
Fenwick, I understand your position, but I apologize for putting this so bluntly, but you are just one gnome.
How dare you?
Yeah,
Did you just assume his race?
I am just one gnome, but
And it's not healthy for one gnome or one halfling or one tiefling or one anybody to carry the weight of the world in their shoulders. That's not fair on you.
no, but I don't want to be a bother.
When I met you 5 years ago, you were alone, yes, but you were content, you were happy.
Well, to an extent.
Through all this time with me being back here with you, the only time I've seen that happiness was when you saw me again, for the first time. But you've just been so sad ever since.
I had a lot on my mind.
Because if you really want to go by yourself, then I will honor and respect that, but I could never forgive myself for going back to that castle and knowing you're going out by yourself with the weight of the world on your shoulders. So, I want to propose an offer to you.
Marriage? No.
I mean, why not?
What?
Thank you for the proposal, Fenwick. He kneels in front of you,
Oh God, it is a proposal.
but he does it in like a bowing sense, and he goes, I will follow and serve you as your loyal knight. But at the same time, and if this is what you would prefer, and he stands up and he puts his hands on your shoulders and goes, I will be here as your comfort, as your friend, as whatever you want me to be. will help share that weight.
I like the friend.
Yeah, I like that too. I've never really been in servitude to anybody, so.
I don't like the whole servitude thing. That thing's a bit wrong to me. I don't really like it.
Look what you just done now. Look what you've done.
Because, you know, I'm not even doing this out of a duty to Torm. Even if Torm had requested I go somewhere else, I feel that just this once I may have to disagree with him, because in the end, I suppose why I never forgot you after all those years. I guess how I feel towards you is disregards anything platonic or romantic. Destiny.
Well,
The fact that you saved me from that forest 5 years, and you made me realize that a Grung who's cursed to make people fear him can actually find friends.
Oh no.
I suppose it's my turn to save you.
well. Puts hands on shoulders. I'm glad you come to save me.
Yeah, he just tugs you.
Hugs back.
Daw.
And then,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, yeah, we're manly man.
Yes. Well, best not dilly dally.
I mean, realistically speaking, if I was planning on going back to my so if you want to go there, we can get there like instantly.
Oh, well, it's been a while. You redecorated the place at all?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I mean, Body Knock probably may have made a bit of a mess. He's probably okay.
As
Go
you
back and
as you discuss this, there's the sound of hoofbeats from the distance.
oh.
And up rides Not Steel.
Yeah.
Steel! Oh shit! I forgot.
Multiple people did say you could just ride after him.
Mostly me.
Sorry.
And just from the back of Not Steel, you going somewhere without me, boss?
I mean, I thought you'd want to be. There's lots of food in there. I thought.
Oh, you can't leave me behind,
Sorry,
boss.
Yeah. Sorry, Not Steel. I was in a bit of a rush. Nice you caught up.
Well, more impressed. More impressed. I didn't know Rat Damon could ride a
That's easy.
Well,
elk.
elk.
Just kind of hold on, tell it where to go. We got an understanding.
We've got an understanding.
Well then, would you prefer to walk, Sir Fenwick, or would you
I mean,
share a ride?
we can ride, or I literally just transport through that tree over there,
What a show off.
or we could just ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
And they ride.
Fenwick and Hector and Rat Damon ride Not Steel off into the sunset.
Oh, I did not expect to cry for that. Fuck me.
Congratulations. Cheers. Have
Well,
fun.
that's me done then. So I'll see you guys.
See you around, Amy.
Yeah,
Adios.
Martha's okay.
Well, maybe Hector will return one day, but for now, goodbye.
Bye, Amy.
Bye.
And I shall also, because I'm gone forever now.
Yeah, you'll be back.
No, you
You'll be
don't.
back.
Soon you'll see.
You didn't negotiate early leaving, Sean, so unfortunately you have to stick around.
Remember you belong to me.
Meanwhile, Borrowed, a couple of hours pass, and you pick up
Yeah.
the item